George Floyd's family sues Kanye.
Hold up. I'm gonna make this video to talk about George Floyd. Many people are mad because Kanye said what he said about George Floyd, which I think he was saying in order to be an agent of chaos and confusion like he is. But what I don't like is that every time somebody says something about George Floyd, his family, again, asking for money. Now, why I question the family is because they say something that most black people disagree with when it comes to George Floyd. And the first thing that George Floyd's family think of is getting money. And, you know, most people are kind of slow. Most people are stupid because, like I said before, most people need to be told what to think, how to feel, what to believe, and so on. But if you are somebody who actually thinks and actually is aware of the nature of people to some kind of to a certain degree, when you see somebody is offended about something that Kanye said, right? And the first thing they always think of is how much money I could get out of this. You should start questioning the morals of the family. You know what I mean? And since George Floyd was on drugs, where was the family then? Where was the family when George Floyd was doing drugs? You know what I mean? Like, when you question George Floyd's family, especially if you do it in the comment section, every single one of these people who's going to like try to come at you and try to call Kanye all kinds of coons and all that stuff, it is always an emotional person. And there's always a person who is emotional or try to be superficially righteousness. I mean, try to be superficially righteous, right? This is what I hate about fake good people. Is they go all over the internet, try to attack people because of their perspective on George Floyd or whatever, but they don't care about George Floyd. All they trying to do is show the world how much of a good person they are. That's all they trying to do. That's just all they trying to do. That's the reason why, like, when it comes to, like, most people don't even think. You know what I mean? Like, most people is not thinking about, you know what I'm saying, what I said, like, a minute ago. If George Floyd's family really cared about him so much, where were they when he was doing drugs? Where were they trying to help him? When was they trying to help him? How many times did they tell George Floyd to go to rehab? How many times did they try to call the police whenever he bought drugs? How many times did they ever really try to get the man some help? The guy was a porn star, so he was famous enough for them to take it to Hollywood or something, but they got to get some help, right? You know what I mean? So, where was his family then? But the second that the dude dies, suddenly anybody who says anything about George that they disagree with, suddenly they want money. They there real quick to get some money. Like, I seen the Kanye interview, right? Not even 48 hours later, the family already suing. The family already asking for money. And so I question George Floyd's family. You know what I mean? Like, I wish that they was there for George Floyd while he was on them drugs and stuff. As fast, I wish that they was on him when he was alive and was quick to try to, like, get him some help about his drug problem while he was alive, as quick as they were to hop on Kanye West so fast just to get some money. They real quick to get some money. And nobody ever asks these questions. And nobody ever thinks about these things because nobody think. they're just told what to think, and they just act. And they act on emotion, and they act to try and show people that they're not racist. They are such great people. The people who want to look like such great people in front of the world are normally the worst people. And somebody told me, somebody tried to accuse me of, what they accused me of? They tried to say that I said what I said about George Floyd and him family off of some false moral reason. How would that make me look good in front of anybody? Oh yeah, they said I'm pretending to care about George Floyd. Who said that I said that I cared? You know what I mean? Who said that I care about George Floyd so much that I am saying that they should have cared about? Nah, I don't know George Floyd like that enough to really care. George Floyd to me is a stranger. You think that I would care about a distant stranger as much as I care about my family? But what I do care about is the fact that his family is using this to get some money. It's the fact that his family who sat back and watched him on all them drugs all this time didn't even get him some help. He doing them drugs likely for a minute. You know what I mean? And they never got him no help then. But the second that Kanye West say something that most black people disagree with, suddenly George Floyd's family there, and it ain't even past a full 2 days, and they already suing him for some money. They there to get that money even faster than they were to like try to stop him from doing the drugs. And that's the thing that bothers me. And ain't no black people, ain't nobody is looking at it that way. Nobody is trying to analyze, try to look at what is the intent of this person doing these things. You know what I mean? And people assume that I automatically team up with Kanye, which I can't understand coming at me from a strange perspective. But I don't trust Kanye neither. I went on his Facebook, not his Facebook, but I saw his YouTube live stream, right? Now, I tried to post a comment in the live stream, right? Now, all you see is you can't comment unless you're subscribed for at least 10 years. I said that earlier, and then I saw the stream up again, like a couple hours ago, and it said you can't comment unless you sub to him for 5 years. So you telling me that when it comes to commenting on Kanye West live stream, I'd have to be a subscriber for until 2027 or 2032. It doesn't make me like both of like George Floyd's family and Kanye are greedy, and I don't trust both of them. You know, and you don't even like what I say, then screw you. Who are you? Who are you to like try to censor what I think? You know what I mean? And if like you ain't nobody, like you don't even like most people who disagree with this perspective on things, it's usually a stupid person. So what do I care about what an idiot thinks? You know what I mean? There's only like very few people who really like think and observe. You know what I mean? And question people. People too busy being fans. Too many people are emotional and quick to try to prove how much of a good person they are, and try to stand on someone's side with false moral pretenses and not even trying to actually figure it out.